First, you need to know what law of cosine is, which is c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared minus 2ab times cosine c. Here is also an alternative form for solving for the angle, which we got by solving for cosine c. As you can see here, in many textbooks they will show you 3 equations. Don't worry about memorizing the other 2, because it is just the parent one where the variables are switched around to accommodate for solving for the different sides.
So a good way to not get confused with the variables is to think of it as this. If you are solving for angle A, using the alternative form, you will be plugging in the other 2 adjacent sides, b squared plus c squared minus a squared, all over 2 times the product of the other 2 adjacent sides. And if you are solving for side A, you add the square of the other 2 sides minus the product of the 2 times the product of the 2 sides and cos of the corresponding angle.
Now, let's move on to an example. Remember to understand the video a little bit better and do the problem with us, and feel free to pause the video every now and then to catch up with us. Also, don't forget to switch your calculator to degree mode or your answers will be terms of radians. Here, we are giving a triangle where side B is 6.5, side A is 10, and angle C is 108 degrees. Since we know the triangle is a side-angle side, we can use the law of sine. So first, let's start with solving for side C, or the corresponding side to angle of 108 degrees. Remember, since we are solving for the side, we'll use the parent formula. So first, we set c squared equals 10 squared plus 6.5 squared minus 2 times 6.5 times 10 times the cosine of 108 degrees. Now, you want to simplify everything. So c squared equals 100 plus 42.25 minus 130 times the cosine of 108 degrees. Now simplify it even more. C squared equals 142.25 minus 40.17. Now simplify it and square root it until you get to until c equals 13.5. Now, since we have the values for the 3 sides, we can solve for angle A or B, but we'll be solving for angle B. When you plug in your values and simplify, you should get close to 27.2 degrees. Now, over here, we have used the alternative formula instead of the parent formula. And to solve for the last angle, we'll subtract 108 degrees plus 27.2 degrees from 180 degrees. And what we get is 44.8 degrees for angle A.
Now you solved your first triangle using law of cosine. Remember, if you begin solving a triangle using law of cosine, do not switch to law of sine to solve for other parts because there is a chance calculations might be off.